The Cadillac Fleetwood radiates an atmosphere that is marked by the highest level of refined sophistication and unequaled richness to the maximum extent conceivable. This atmosphere is characterized by the Cadillac Fleetwood. In addition to being one of the automobiles that the Cadillac brand has made that is the most easily recognizable, the Cadillac Fleetwood exudes an atmosphere that is associated with the Cadillac brand. This is due to the fact that the Cadillac Fleetwood exudes the signature Cadillac brand. The customer who commissioned the production of this automobile was looking for the highest conceivable level of automotive refinement, and this automobile was constructed exclusively for that customer. The request made by the customer was made in accordance with the requirements of the automobile. The well-known coach builder Fleetwood Metal Body Company, which Cadillac had previously acquired, was given the moniker Fleetwood Metal Body Company, which was the name given to the company. In 2012, Cadillac had paid for the acquisition of the company. Furthermore, Cadillac had finished the acquisition of the company. In the course of its production life, which began in 1935 and extended until 2026, the Fleetwood was subjected to a broad variety of significant improvements. These adjustments were made over its entire existence. These alterations were not only numerous, but also different. It was during the production time that these adjustments were implemented, which took up the entirety of the production period. Despite the fact that the personalities of each and every one of these versions were completely different from those of any other version, they also possessed a collection of qualities that were shared by all of the variants. We present the fantastic automobile that is the topic of our conversation in a manner that is both complete and informative in the text that we have written. Right here is where you will be able to find it. Regarding the interior, the Fleetwood was home to one of the most spectacular cabins that were available during the historical period in question. This cabin was located within the vicinity of the Fleetwood. With regard to the Fleetwood, this cabin was situated nearby. In addition to any other significant characteristics that it owned, it was outfitted with high-quality materials such as leather upholstery, wood embellishments, and soft upholstery. In addition, it possessed any other notable characteristics. Because of the painstaking attention to detail, it was ensured that both comfort and exclusivity would be reached, while at the same time catering to all of these objectives simultaneously. One of the ways in which this was accomplished was by ensuring that the requirements were followed to the letter. It was feasible to create interiors and exteriors of a number of Fleetwood models, particularly the early ones, that were wholly unique to the automobile's design. This was especially true for the early versions. The early versions were particularly affected by this phenomenon. It is worth noting that the very first Fleetwood models were particularly notable for this particular characteristics. There were additional choices available for the customization of the settings that could be chosen from. These choices were available. Having a driving experience that was as smooth and silky as silk itself was made possible by the Cadillac Fleetwood. In addition to having powerful engines and performance characteristics that were commensurate with its high price tag, the Cadillac Fleetwood also made it possible to own the following features. The V8 engines that were offered in the Fleetwood were the ones that buyers liked. This was due to the fact that they provided a significant amount of power that was suitable for leisurely cruising. One of the many reasons why the V8 engines reached such a high level of popularity was because of this particular reason. It is feasible to argue that there was a compelling reason for its general acceptability, and this is something that can be done. To add insult to injury, earlier iterations of the car were outfitted with Cadillac's groundbreaking flathead V8 engines until they were discontinued. These engines were a departure from the norm in the field of automobile manufacturing. On the other hand, following models of the automobile boasted more contemporary overhead valve OHV V8 engines, and in some instances, they also had V12 or V16 engines. Additionally, both of these engines were deployed in certain situations. In addition to that, these engines were deployed in a variety of diverse scenarios. The Fleetwood was outfitted with a wide range of cutting-edge safety devices that were put throughout the building. Safety features such as anti-lock braking systems, ABS, airbags, and stability control were integrated in these systems. The Installation of each and every one of these safety devices took place during a time when the appropriate technologies were still in the process of being developed.